Hello and welcome to the AutoGrazers podcast. In AutoGrazers, three car guys use their extensive automotive knowledge, gleaned over years of pining after £500 sheds on the internet, to try and convince our resident non-expert that they have chosen the best vehicle for the exacting standards that he's given them. We run into some technical difficulties in this episode, mostly due to our AutoGrazers being different levels of Luddite, but we hope that you understand and will come back as we make steady improvements to the format. Without further ado, I'll let Tommy take it away.
Hello and welcome to AutoGrazers, a podcast where three so-called car experts compete to find me the best car with the task I set. Unfortunately for them, I know diddly squit about cars. On the show today, I'm going to really grill our experts with some tasks that will have them flipping out. Put on your paper hat and get greasy as we fry our hardest. Now, what am I talking about? Have I stopped taking my medication? Or do you guys know what I'm talking about? First, let's introduce our men, our chaps with us today. We have Duncan.
Hello, I'm Duncan, and this week I put new LED lights in my Vauxhall Vectra B.
We have George.
Hello, I'm George. This week I devoted a full hour to choosing a lovely Vectra C for Duncan's fiancée.
And we have John.
Hello, I'm John, and this week I've mostly been playing Forza because it's cold as shit outside.
And I am Tom. This week I have been fighting with the flappy bit on the back of your car. Do you know the bit where you like lift the boot up and then there's that little flappy bit? Basically, I went to the dump today and I had a full-on fight with it. And then my other half came up to me and was like, no, you just do this. And she did it in 2 seconds. And I was like, well, I'm not a car expert. And then and then everybody looked.
Do you mean the boot lid?
Yeah, the boot lid. It's always called the flappy bit.
The flappy bit that opens and you get to the inside, but from the back.
Yeah, that's it.
The portal to the interior.
Yes. That's
The ski hatch.
The fancy way of saying it. Now, what's with me talking about flipping out and burgers and paper hats and stuff? What we doing today, do you think, Duncan?
Barbecue.
We're not quite, sort of. You're close. We're sort of doing a barbecue. Basically, I am going to quit my job and I'm going to be a fry cook, but one that goes from house to house, place to place. I'm going to have my own burger van. It's my new business ploy. It's called Burgers in Boxes, and I deliver. And also, people come up to me, and I make them burgers and give them to them in a box. So, I mean, yeah, if I was in the West Country, that's what the customers would.
Do you often get that on the street? Just someone walks up to you and just says, "Make me a burger."
Make me a burger.
I would.
Look at me.
Got a future, Tommy. I drove last weekend. Obviously, I didn't drive because that's not allowed at the moment. But hypothetically, if I drove to go and find snow to show the dog, got up to the big hill above Cheltenham, and we got up there very early in the morning. We were only beaten by one other car, and that was the coffee van.
Ah, perfect.
So even before daylight rose over the fresh snow and the hill, the little coffee van had battled its way to the top, and one could get a fresh brew, which I duly did. It was excellent.
That is a sign of like true civilization, though, isn't it? Where you can
It was
go
amazing.
like that, and there's a coffee van waiting for you.
There's only one lonely set of tyre tracks heading up through the fresh snow, and it was fresh coffee.
I love the idea that like the driver's risking his life, but they're just thinking, must get coffee to the people. No, that's great. I love. Did you say your dog had never seen snow before? Then was this the first time your dog saw snow?
First time she saw snow. I'm watching a creature's mind being blown by. You can throw a ball, which then obviously disappears when it hits her or she tries to bite it.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm doing my thing. So, so quiet. So you guys are going to help me set up my new business called Burgers in the Box. I need a van or a big car. I'm not too fussy. What I need is well, I can't spend any more than £1,000 because I don't have any more than that. So £1,000 is your limit. A boxy car or van might be nice because it's called Burgers in a Box. So if you choose something that's boxy, that would be quite nice. So something quite square, quite on brand. Something with a bit of pizzazz, though, needs to get the people's attention, needs to kind of say, I'm a bit different, I'm a bit unique, come eat my burgers, please. And yeah, color-wise, preferably not a white van. I don't want people thinking that I'm there to clear their guttering out. I would like them to come and try one of my delicious burgers. So yeah, there you go. £1,000 is your limit. Boxy is preferable. Bit of pizzazz, something a bit different. It's got to be practical. Obviously, I need to fit my grill in there somewhere. And yeah, roomy's good too. So
What kind
off
of
you
price?
go. What kind of
Price?
cap it off at £1,000. If you
Thousand.
can do it for any less, great. That helps me out starting off my business. But £1,000 is your limit. And obviously, you know, business is tough these days. So the quickest you can find me my van, the quickest I can get started, and I can feed the hungry people. So, John, what are you thinking? Are you going to go for pizzazz? Are you going to prioritize boxiness? Are you going to just give up on this because it's a ridiculous idea to start a business in the early 2021?
Hey, it's a great time to start a business. You just got to
Yeah.
make sure it's the right business, and starting with a van, based on how many vans arrive at my bloody door each day, seems to be a winning combo.
That's a very good point. If this business does fail, you can just become a delivery driver instead.
Yeah. I mean, lots of people are getting food delivered to their door. So if I deliver tasty burgers door to door, be good.
I'll pay for that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I want to see
And
how
what-
you're going to cook the burgers while driving, though. That's going to be the entertainment.
Well, I'll probably stop. I mean, I could try and drive whilst like having a deep fat fryer next to me in the passenger seat, but no, I think I'll stop, and it'll be in the back. So if it's a big car or a 4x4, I'll do it in the back or in the boot. Or if it's in the pickup truck, like I'll sit on the back bit of the pickup truck. I will get rid of the flappy bits in the back near the boot, so then I don't have that trouble again.
The boot lid.
Yeah, that's it. A boot lid.
So, do you want to be inside when you're cooking, or is external okay?
External is fine. External is fine. A bit of shelter would be nice, but I can always buy a little separate tent. But yeah, Duncan, have you found something that has the pizzazz to show off my business?
I don't know. I've got a few ideas wrapped around my head at the moment. I'm trying to think. How sporty do you want it?
I mean, it needs to catch people's eye. They need to see me coming a mile off.
So eye-catching, but not necessarily quick.
Doesn't need to be quick. I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. Quick is not a priority for me.
Quick is always a priority, Tom. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm going to have deep fat fryers. I'm going to have like hot grills. I'm not going to
That's
be driving quickly.
Braking hard with a deep fat fry going in back is not a good idea.
Yeah, if any like animals dart out in front of me, I am not stopping.
Mm.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
surely
love
you'd
animals.
stop afterwards because you need something for the burger.
Yeah, that's the secret ingredient. It's roadkill.
Was it you're not allowed to pick it up if you hit it, but the person behind you is quite legally entitled to pick it up? Because
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
You just travel in tandem. Come on, this is not George. Come on, this is not even. You don't. This is an old argument we've had many times in the pub. We just travel in tandem. It's fine.
Surely, if you pick it up with a stick, you're not picking it up with your own hand, and therefore you negate the picking it up yourself. Loophole.
That's cool.
I think that's one way to look at it.
in court at the moment, it'd probably just give them a bit of light relief, wouldn't it? Does it become poaching then? Does it if you hit it and then pick it up yourself?
No, it's poaching if you boil it in water.
But he's here all night.
Nice.
I am, sadly. I can't go out.
I'm here all week and month and probably year.
And next week, yeah.
Right, so George, how are you doing in your quest to find me my vehicle of fried goods?
I'm doing well. There's a number of options. I think I have the perfect option. Sadly, it actually claims that there's in fact, a gearbox fault with it, and it doesn't really work. But it's so perfect, I think I'm going to rock with it anyway.
Good. We're just going to run it on like fried foods anyway, like all the waste. I'm going to try and work out some sort of system where you just put the waste in and it powers the car.
Exactly, and it's well under budget, so there's scope for fixing it. So I shall share it with you now, Tommy. Prepare to be staggered and amazed. I've considered this from all. So I present to you a 2004 Mini convertible in purple.
Okay, right.
Now,
Mini, that's a bold. Why a Mini indeed?
Why a Mini, I hear you say? Well, I have a very good answer for you. Not just any Mini, it's a convertible Mini with mismatched wing mirrors. Yes, it is. That's definitely a sign of a car that's been loved. As he did paint. God, what a shed.
It's been loved a bit too hard.
Yes, in all the wrong places. So why the Mini then? So I'm thinking practically here. Burgers aren't that big, and actually, if you take the back seats out, it's still fundamentally a box. You're going to get quite a few burgers in there. But the real your selling piece here is the fresh grill, and you wouldn't want a fresh grill in a box because CO2 poisoning is a nasty thing. So you're going to need to let it vent out. So that lends itself to a convertible.
Okay,
these Minis they're quite a fun trick with a roof, where if you press one button, only the little top bit above the driver flips back. So if the weather's a bit nasty, you only flip that first bit back, and that's just enough to get enough oxygen in that you don't die, and then you get slightly wet. And then when you get there and you need to fry your burger, this little boot lid thing flips out and just sits flat, like a perfect barbecue tray. So you just mooch around the back then, and you're ready to barbecue. When you're done, flip it back up, let the grease drop into the boot floor or something, who cares? Put the roof down so you don't smell it. Mm-hmm. You need a brand, you need to be distinctive. And a convertible Mini in purple with stripes is distinctive. People will recognize you and they'll look at it and think, yes, that's the Burger Mini.
I'm already thinking of that sort of brand, like mini burgers from the Burger Mini. It's perfect.
Look, I mean, it looks to be absolutely whatever bottom of the range of these things look like. But it's even got a purple dashboard. That's just hideous. Oh, it's got something else wrong with it as well. I think that's brakes, if I remember my symbology.
The brakes are wrong. So I'll just be chucking burgers out the car while I whiz past.
It just stops you from accidentally pushing all that hot fat into the back of your neck as you brake to a stop at a traffic lights. You just don't stop at the traffic lights and just carry on going.
Yeah, I think that's
exactly
the thing.
However, that light doesn't matter because the MOT till November, £650. It says gearbox is noisy, not gearbox is broken. So just any person who buys cheap car will tell you, just turn the radio up. And you only need to replace something when the radio runs out of volume.
I mean, people certainly hear me coming, and that's good because you can't. There's like limitations on chimes and stuff. So if they can hear my gearbox, they go, "Oh, the Burger Man's here! Great, get my wallet out."
Petrol, less compliant. You can get it into London. It fits into small spaces. If Minis were good enough for Red Bull to do their advertising, that would work nicely for the burgers.
Yeah, I like this. It is compact. It is very distinctive. And I like that it's convertible, so I can get the roof up, so I don't have to worry about the car being stank up and everything. It might be a teeny bit too small. I could work with it, but it might be the littlest bit too small. But it is distinctive and it has pizzazz, and I like your thinking in terms of taking the roof off to cook. So that's a strong start.
Never forget you've got unlimited headroom. If you need to get your 6-foot-high chest freezer in the back, it will fit.
Precariously balanced on the passenger back seat. Yeah, I like it. Duncan or John, would either of you like to go next?
No.
Based on Duncan's deafening silence, I'll take the reins.
Go for it, John. Show me what you've got.
I'm trying. It wouldn't be the first time. Is it coming through? Can you see me?
I can see you. Oh wait, here we go. Oh no, that's George's Mini.
You minimised your application, apparently.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's okay, John. I can take over if you have any
now?
problems.
Stuff keeps making noises.
Tell you what. Shall I just hop in and then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me hop in. All right.
That's what he said.
Surprise!
So, I've picked the best car, obviously. Right. So, Tom, can I just let's take this back to you're starting a business this year, okay? So
Yeah.
you want your overheads to be as minimal as possible because the problem with any business when you first start out, first couple of years, is your overheads because they just pile up and up and up and up and up and up. Okay. So what I have done is chosen the oldest car I could possibly pick. That's a diesel. There's a reason for this, and that's biodiesel. Now, you're already using deep fryers, hot fat, all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to a certain year, the diesel engines basically stopped being able to use just chip fat and things run off as just a conventional thing. You have to go through this process where you have to like convert it, add additives to it, etc., etc. You have to have like a whole setup. However, before that point, you could literally just put old chip fat in a diesel engine and it would run perfectly fine. You wouldn't have to do anything to it. And I present to you an Audi. It's an Audi 80, so it's from the 80s. The diesel engine in this is a 1.9 TDI, so it will go on for literally ever. You have like no overheads apart from servicing costs. You won't have to pay for petrol because you'll be using your chip fat to run it. It will smell like a chip van, so you'll be able to, tell people that you're here. People also go, "Oh, look at that old Audi as it's driving past. It's bright red, so it goes faster, even though it's not actually fast." It's an estate, so you've got plenty of room in the back for your burger van and everything like that. You can put your flap up, and just allow people to see inside the beautiful back seats of the Audi 80, where you're flipping your burgers. It provides a nice little awning as well where that goes up, so you've got like a nice flat roof to sit above you when you're making burgers. You can just either set up a trestle table outside or whatever you want to do. Sit cross-legged on the back. I don't know why this person's taken pictures of all their wheels.
It has wheels.
It has wheels. Yeah, that's great.
It has all four of them.
Just look at this. I mean, it's beautiful inside. You've got a nice modern radio, so you don't have to worry about your tunes. You can play.
Are they cheese graters built in?
Yeah. You can grate your cheese on the
Yeah, that's quite handy, that, for a burger.
Yeah, but the thing is, that you can grate the cheese, and then if you turn the fans up full whack, it sprays the cheese back at you, so you can actually get it out without having to like pick it all out.
Ooh, it melts the cheese a bit.
Preheated as well, yeah.
And you've got a singles pocket here as well. You know, those little cheese singlets that you get at the supermarket that aren't really cheese. You can just pop those in that pocket there. Yeah, it's an Audi 80. It is reliable. It's gone 200,000 miles already. It's going to do another 200,000 miles. We have to worry about it. There's plenty of room in the back. You can fold the back seats down, get everything you need in. Get a chest freezer in there. Turn it down. You can use it as a fridge. Perfect. I don't think you need anything else, frankly. It's even got a trailer hitch, so you've got electricity hitch there.
So when I expand my business, I can put a trailer on the back, so it can be burger car and then a burger van.
Yeah, exactly. So you can take it all the way up to Mount Snowdon, pop your burger van up there, and then drive off and do your deliveries for the day.
Fantastic. I mean, this is a very practical choice. I love that I can recycle my chip fat into the fuel consumption. I mean, that's, environmental awareness is such a big seller these days. People will love that I recycle the chip fats, which is a great selling point. Tons of room in the boot. I love that I've got the tow. I love the heated cheese graters. It's a very good practical choice. It is an old Audi. It does lack a certain bit of pizzazz, but I feel like it makes up for it with the bright red color.
I would argue, I would argue that Audis
Go
of this
for it.
period are, they're still living off that Audi Quattro rally spec. Kind of they're living off the street cred from that. So I would argue that this is actually quite a handsome car, especially car guys would come over and have a look at this because there's not a lot of them left.
I have to
on the
give
I
it to
will
Duncan. There's
Go for it.
something
George.
strangely appealing about that Audi.
Strangely, terrifyingly appealing.
Okay, so I'll take your word that car people would like it. John, what have you chosen?
Respect it, Tommy. I wouldn't go as far as like it. Respect it.
Respect the dangerous beast that is the Audi AT. So go on then, John. Let's see your choice for my bigger van. I'm going to try and rename them biggers. I'm going to see if it catches on.
I really want a
Is
burger
it
now.
streaming this time? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see
Yeah,
the keys.
I can see the keys.
Do they come in
Yeah.
the bowl?
6 keys. All right. So 2 keys, a wheel, an engine, some miles.
Got some right close-ups of this one.
Dashes.
I feel this is like just
There it is.
teasing us.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's the grass green diesel Astra van. I hear Duncan is a particular lover of this version of the Astra.
Do you know what? Actually,
right.
I do like an Astra van. Not this particular
Sorry.
model of Astra van, but I do like an Astra van.
You
So
have a
then, John, why
misfortune
is
of
this?
driving one.
Because I couldn't have one. I wouldn't be allowed.
So this is it. This is your perfect vehicle. You've got loads of room for advertising and
Yeah.
hiding your health code violations.
How did you know?
I had a feeling. Look at that shade of green. I mean, on a football pitch, you'd barely see it, so you're going to need some bright advertising. But
There's two
on any
shades there.
road, that is going to be very noticeable.
It's
a
a
lovely big
gorgeous
hatchback.
colour.
I think it was the front wing.
Are there like 4 seats, or is
maybe
it
it's all
2
of them.
seats and a really big boot, John?
It's 2 seats and a really big boot.
Okay, all right, that's practical. I like that.
Yeah,
Tons
right
of
in
room.
there.
Tons of room for my equipment and kitchen bits.
Plenty of room for activities.
Got the nice
Hot
hatchback
steamy
there.
burger action. Plenty of room for hot
Your flat.
steamy burger action.
Under your flat.
None of those late night burger watchers can see in the side, so you know you'll be private. It's got that nice big flappy thing at the back of the car.
Oh no! Take take.
But it does mean
it off.
that when it's raining, it will keep you dry while you stand there and do your flipping. As a bonus. Yeah, 2 seats. Looks like they've been clawed by Wolverine. Not sure quite what happened there.
Workman happened
Yeah.
there.
Something got removed from that.
Isn't that the most miserable central screen that's ever been fitted
I
to a
know.
road vehicle?
Do you know why?
Pretty sure I've had watches with bigger screens.
Do you know why? It's because it's shared with the extra C.
I like this. I like this. Again, really big boots, so no mucking about with putting seats down and everything.
Nope.
It's colourful, although if I drive near a field, I might blend in with the grass behind it.
Well, that's why you need nice bright advertising on the side.
So just
Don't forget
cover
you've got
the
the roof
colour
rack as well,
completely.
so you could strap a huge sign to the roof.
No, I don't think advertising's a good business ploy. I think I'll just admit that.
Advertising
Why
for
waste money
mugs.
on advertising?
I have to say though, Tommy, cities are a huge part of this appeal, and both Duncan and John have gone very high risk because in the next 2 or 3 years, you're not going to be able to drive a diesel into a city.
Well, I'll be using my chip vat, so it'll be fine. Oh, you mean, yeah. No, it'll be chip vat, so they can't. I'll be like, technically, it's not a diesel car, it's a chip vat car.
But George, you're
Exactly.
forgetting that both of our cars, because they've got big, heavy diesel engines in them, are prime examples of cars that are suitable for electrification. You're basically replacing a big, heavy diesel engine with big, heavy batteries.
Yep.
Okay, so here is my assessment. I like the Vauxhall Astra van because it has lots of space in the back. I think that's very practical. It is very bright, and it does give me privacy, so I can make as many health code violations as possible. I did like George's mini convertible, again, like just raising the roof so that I didn't have to tolerate chip fat and like all the smells that come with it. But that was a little bit, even though it had the pizzazz, it was just a bit too small. So Duncan is the winner with his Audi 80 because it can recycle all the chip fat, which is a really good cost saver. Good thing to advertise as well that we're environmentally aware here at Tom's Burger Astrovan. I'm still working on the name of my business.
You know what? I will admit that perhaps my car won't be as green as John's, but the
Few things
But,
are.
recycling diesel or recycling fat into diesel is so good that McDonald's do it in their lorries. So and Gary the Goat's
Wow.
owner does it as well. So yeah.
To be honest, Duncan, you had me at heated cheese graters, so
That wasn't even my
that's
idea.
great. Well done, Duncan. You get half a point. So well done.
Thank you.
You are the winner. Well, basically, okay, so we've established what my van's going to be for my business, but there is a competitor. He's caught onto my kind of burger on wheels scenario, and he has his own fast food chain. He's called, basically he's going to call his new business Bob's Burger Van, and I hate him. He's my nemesis, an arch rival. We've been competing for many years, even though I'm just about to start this business. And I hate his stupid face.
Does he have
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Yeah.
And he has a wife with quite a nasally voice, but she's quite funny.
Annette.
Barbie. So yeah, no, I don't like his face. It's stupid and dumb. And what I'm going to do is, it would be illegal to steal his burger van or trash it with like toilet paper. So I would like you to find a van to replace it. So basically, I'll take his existing van away and replace it with a rubbishy, stupid one to match with his stupid, dumb face. I hate it so much. So please, could you find me a really bad car/van? It needs to be totally impractical as a fast food van. And it also needs to look dumb and stupid like his face. So please, your limit. Well, actually, no, you don't have a limit. You can spend as much as you like, but go as terrible as possible. There's no point spending a lot of money on it because it needs to be terrible. So you have 5 minutes. Find me this terrible, dumb van for Bob's Burger Van. I hate him so much. My arch nemesis. So, Duncan, you seem very excited. Do you have a plan of action already?
I was just excited to put £1 million into the van section of AutoTrader, if I'm entirely honest. So,
I don't think that's going to give you the result you want, though.
No. Presumably, this has to be at least vaguely usable as a fast food fan. I can't just give him a McLaren MC12 or something like that.
I mean, it kind of I want it to be so he looks out his window when he wakes up in the morning and he goes, there's my burger van ready to destroy Tom's business. And then he goes, wait, what? And it's actually, a dumb, stupid car.
Okay. All right.
So maybe, he needs to do a double take.
Okay. So it has to look like a van, but it's not actually a van?
Yeah. I mean, you can be a little bit creative with your choice.
Do you mean it has to be roadworthy?
I mean, it needs to be a car or van in some sense of the word.
So I'm having so much fun exploring the £500 end of the AutoTrader spectrum. There's some really rich pickings on it at the moment.
Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they? I would imagine it's because of lockdown and people not driving their cars and also perhaps not having jobs anymore, needing to make some money.
I'm half tempted by that bloody Mondeo.
I know. It is that Audi is very tempting to me right now, and I have to resist myself. It's got a sunroof and everything. All of 90 horsepower. It has 90 horsepower and goes 90 miles an hour as its top speed. Excellent.
The top speed 90.
Yeah, its top speed's 90.
I mean, the national speed limit is 70, so surely 90 is fine.
Yes, Tom. Yes, it is. None of us would ever go above 70 miles an hour at any point on any road, ever.
Oh, that's not got
No.
a valid MOT.
This is really difficult, Tom. The
Well,
budget, having no budget constraints makes this quite difficult.
I mean, I would just assume you would go for the lower budget because it needs to be a not very good car or van.
So do we get extra points if it's cheaper?
Yeah, because obviously, you know, I want to spend the money on my van. I don't want to spend much on his van.
Right. Okay. That limits me somewhat. That's fine. Okay.
But if you know, if it does cost like £1,000 for something really terrible somehow, then it would be worth it to see his stupid dumb face
Mm. Ooh,
and all the shock and awe he'll have.
I just had a thought. Ooh,
I'm going to beat a dead horse and say that I found mine already.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
I think I'm there as well.
Okay. Right.
No, but I'm not
So,
gonna-
John, you can go first. Show me your van for my competitor, my arch rival.
Hopefully
Happy.
something's loading because my laptop's completely frozen.
It better be good. By good, I mean terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. It is terrible. I guarantee that. So terrible that it's crashed my computer.
I mean, yeah, it's reached into your computer and corrupted it.
George, why don't you share and then once
So
it's loaded, it'll.
I can wade in. Right,
Yeah.
screen. Appeared. Because I've been having so much fun browsing the very cheap end of AutoTrader. I like to think I can see the merit in most motor vehicles.
Ooh.
Most of them have something going for them. However, very occasionally. And I raise you the 2005 Citroen C3 Pluriel. Now, it needs to be practical enough that he can plausibly carry out his burger band business from it. It's kind of big enough. I dimly remember the adverts, but oh my, look at the staining on the driver's seat.
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
good.
That's
Ooh,
nice.
wow.
That looks like bodily fluids. I like it.
Yeah, bodily fluids for him to just, you know, he'll look at it out the morning, out the window in the morning and go,
Oh
is today the
no!
full bodysuit day, or just like, you know, the leather trousers? Citroen, in their infinite wisdom, decided let's make a small hatchback car for the people who maybe don't really want a small hatchback car. Perhaps they want a convertible, but that's okay. We'll give them that. The roof folds back. That's quite cool. Then they make it look like that. It's like bent in the middle, like it's sort of they made the clay mold and then it melted and just kind of bent.
George, I'm sorry. Can I just interrupt you because it's not just that the roof folds back on the Pluriel. The arches
The whole
come
thing
away.
come off.
Yeah,
Do they?
that's the reason it looks bent in the middle. Is because so can you see that seam there? They detach. So the entire roof comes off. So it physically detaches from
Can
the
you
body.
You walk away with it.
No, you have to kind of tuck it in the back of a car. There's nowhere to store it.
Oh wow, that's quite.
I'm amazed you
inconvenient
found a
and good.
Pluriel for £400. That's a piece of automatic.
It's not
history.
worth it, is it?
It kind of
Got
is.
switches.
It's worth it to leave in some engineer's house as a do not do this ever.
But didn't they say in
I'm
the Pluriel advert because you're worth it?
No, it's L'Oreal, Tom.
Real.
Oh,
Look at the just. I think, to be honest, the best I can say, Tommy, is it's could plausibly carry out his business from it, so you haven't completely stiffed him. But look at those seats. Would you sit on those?
I would not. No, that looks like it would be squishy if I sat on it.
I mean, just what is that stuff? How?
I think somebody must have been in like a bit of an accident in it, and they've just stained the car seats, and they just haven't dealt with the cleaning bill.
Yeah, this pile of paperwork as well. You know when you're, I mean, trying to play poker with a very, very, very weak deck. Perhaps your highest card is maybe a 6.
Mm.
You're trying to spread them out, and you want to look like you know what you're doing. I think that's what they've done there. They've got. It looks like there appears to be a sales receipt and 4 MOTs. Why you would proudly display that? I mean,
do you imagine them kind of shouting "Royal Flush" as they put it on the table?
I've just shared 1 to 4.
I've just shared my screen, so you can see what the Pluriel looks like with its roof off. Because I had to Google it because there's no images on AutoTrader.
Okay, all right. I mean, I like your thinking, George. It's very stained. It doesn't I like that it's impractical, as in once you take the roof off, you don't quite have anywhere to put it. It's okay. It would mildly inconvenience my competitor. Duncan, did you say you found one?
Yes, I have found a car.
Go on then. Let's see it.
Okay, I am sharing it now.
Canary.
So, I bring you the Perodua Canary. The Perodua Canary is a very interesting car to me. I know someone who owns one of these cars, and I really want to have a chance to drive it because it's mysterious in so many ways. So this may look like a van. It is not a van. It is a kind of tiny hatchback, tiny like city car, basically. Imagine a micro but smaller. It's in an appalling color. It looks like, necrotic flesh. I think must be the color swatch on the pad. The boot is relatively it opens as a door, so you can, I suppose, work from the back of this and use it as a van. And the height of it would convince someone from far off that it was a van. But it is not. It is a 1 litre terrible car. Yeah, I mean, look at the size of the wheels. I think they're 12-inch wheels.
Like its headlights.
The headlights are
K car, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a K car. The headlights are quite snazzy. I want to drive one of these, and I know someone who owns them. And the only reason why I haven't driven it yet is because of lockdown. 15 seconds 0 to 60. It has all of 54 horsepower from a 3-cylinder engine. Yeah, it's
a ghastly color.
It's a ghastly color.
Definitely, yeah.
The interior
and
is not nice either.
No, it's very small as well, which is good because he would, and it kind of looks vanish. So again, he'd wake up, look out his window, go, "There's my van. Wait a minute, that's not my van. That's a hideously colored small car."
It's one of those things where you see it out of the corner of your eye and you're like, "Oh, okay, that's a big car," and then you look at it and you go, "Wait, that's not getting any bigger as I walk towards it. It just stays the same size no matter how far away you are from it."
Yeah, it is a little bit pricier. At $895, that's almost as much as I'm spending on my van, but it could be worth it just to see his stupid dumb face. Really
also,
hating it.
This might be a good car, and I don't know yet. I really want to find out. I just
couldn't give him a good car.
No, but it's not going to be a good car for his business.
Sounds like Duncan wants it.
I kind of do.
I will say, I mean,
you could say I'm canary curious.
Jesus.
It is a cute car. I just wouldn't have it in that color. It looks like it's like a metallic silver, and someone's tried painting it pink.
It's a hideous color. I don't think they come in good colors. If I just go back one to the oh, come on, no, come on, give me Perodua Canaries. Yeah.
Right, we're going into the night, and I need to replace this van before Bob wakes up. So you let me know what colours they come in, Duncan. John, what have you chosen?
Well, I don't know if you can see it because Discord is entirely frozen. But I've gone with the mental warfare angle, and I'm renting a Nissan Juke because he'll never be happy again a day in his life.
So why is this a bad car? Please explain.
Well, look at it. Uh, look
You,
at them.
you, you, you raise a convincing point, sir.
They're so bad that nearly 25% of all used Nissans for sale on AutoGrader are Nissan Jukes.
It's not good that it's advertising for like breakdown assistance alongside with the car.
Well,
But it's expensive too.
it is.
£3,000.
But his wife will leave him. His kids won't talk to him. People won't go near it to buy food. His business will fail. And then he will die a sad, lonely man.
I mean, that's exactly what I want. But
The
I'm
competition is
still.
gone.
This is the fate of
I'm
all
looking-
Juke owners.
I am looking at the car. So is it bad because it doesn't look terrible to me, a non-expert. However, you're saying that this car will definitely break down.
It'll break down. It looks big, but has less space than Duncan's choice actually on the inside of it. So he could stock all of a burger, maybe a bun, a slice of cheese. That's not going to go far outside of the nightclub. I mean,
It's a
nobody will
reverse
go near him
TARDIS.
because he's in a Duke, so nobody would approach it anyway. Awesome. Terrible fuel consumption, drives badly, looks terrible.
Okay, I think it is hinting that it will break down, given that it does advertise for breakdown assistance to say you will definitely need this. Again, the price isn't great, but it is still less than. Oh no, it's considerably more than the other two choices.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
Positively more
his.
it's long term.
Also, I'm playing the long game, so I'm not just like giving him a terrible car and go, haha, you have a terrible car for your business. I am waiting in the shadows for him to have a breakdown.
That's still $3,000 when it's got
You have to wait in the
150,000
shadow
miles
for 3
on it.
weeks.
I think
50.
I've
50's not very much.
I think I've made my decision. I think the Nissan Juke. I like that it's unreliable, and I do like getting revenge on my enemies / competitors. That's slow and painful, like a twisting knife. However, I think £3,000 is a bit too much. I am torn between the Citroen C3, which is George's choice, and the Pruda Canary. However, I think because the color is so bad and it's so tiny and impractical, I am going for Duncan's choice, which is the Peruda Canary. Hopefully it won't end up being a good car, but it's totally impractical. So Duncan, you win this round as well. So well done. You're on the streak. You get a third of a point.
Oh, so
well done.
So I've got 0.8 of
Go
a
on,
point.
maths. Do maths.
0.83 of a point.
So 0.33 occurring.
0.83 recurring, because I got half a point
0.5.
last round, so I've got 0.83 recurring of a point.
Yeah, well done. You're doing well.
I am.
This is
I am.
great.
I'm very happy about that.
Right, so Bob's going to have a nasty surprise when he wakes up in the morning and looks out of his window to see a terribly, terrible coloured car outside. And right, so next up is the eBay Spectaculaire round. So for my business, I mentioned before that I did want it to attract attention. So I need an accessory. Remember, no publicity is bad publicity, so it can be as garish or as bright as possible, but you need to find me an accessory, let's say under £200, because it really needs to attract attention. So go on eBay, find me an accessory under £200. It needs to be bright. It needs to catch people's eye. It doesn't matter if it's not tasteful. As long as people look my way, they will see that Tom's Burgers in a Box van is coming.
When you say
And-
accessory, what do you mean?
Well, okay,
Perhaps.
so it could be an accessory that attaches to your car, that sticks onto your car.
Oh, I see. It's car related.
that-
That makes sense.
I could be, yeah, it has to, well, can either be something car related or maybe something I could wear in my car. Because bear in mind that this whole business is about burgers in a vehicle, so it will be near or in the car pretty much all the time. So yeah, something bright, colourful, needs to grab attention. No more than £200, please. John and George, are you thinking smart for this task?
I'm thinking inflatable.
Ah, yes. Okay. I like your thinking. Right. That's
Unfortunately, just putting inflatable into eBay produces a wide variety of options, which
I mean, it needs
vaguely
to
sort of
it needs to
really.
attract attention, but I do also like my target market is also children, so
I can't really stop. I've gone so far down this rabbit hole now. I'm not sure I can reverse back out. They're very
it's
cheap.
way too late for that piece of information.
I mean, it is a family business, but like I said before, no publicity is bad publicity. So if it gets attention, I'm doing something right.
I don't know. I think I've now plumbed the depths of social acceptability here.
I may regret this round entirely. But let's see where this goes. I'm going to have three
you will
ideas.
regret this round.
Oh, okay. That is tasteful.
Am I going to have to spend a lot of time blurring this particular thing out?
George, is this your screen I'm seeing?
No, this is mine.
Oh, okay.
It's quite interesting to see what they've done to get around things, like a case of B for you.
I'm not looking at what you're saying, and this is very odd. Hold on, I'm going to have to look. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I think before we go too deep down this rabbit hole, one of you needs to choose something now.
I'm good to go. I've got they're so cheap.
We've lost him.
3 of them.
We've lost John. He's lost in the dark part of the web.
He's gone into everything else on eBay, and we've lost him now.
Right, George, show me how I can improve my business plan. I mean, that's a bold choice.
So this is a
I'm going to spend so much time blurring this out. Oh, God. Just don't move it around the screen, whatever you do.
This is a socially acceptable one. If Duncan's got his magic, but I feel we're in a modern age. I need to show some sensitivity here, and I couldn't exactly use this. So we're going to go back to the slightly more sensible one. Look, it's even says it. Look, it's big. It says so.
I mean, people will certainly see it from a while away.
But I mean, the rich vein that this opened up on eBay.
Oh, quite literally,
Like
the rich vein.
I'm slightly regretting I'm on my work laptop at the moment. This could come back to bite me.
Well, you've chosen it now, so we'll just have to stick with it. Okay, so we have... I'm not even going to describe it. It is an inflatable...
It's a fancy dress costume.
Yeah, inflatable fancy dress costume. The thing is, right, I could make this work because I could paint it grey, stick 2 big ears on the front, and it's an elephant. So that's family friendly.
Buster Gonads is a well-loved cartoon character. Cartoons are for children. Thus, it must be a children's character.
Yeah, I might tweak my target market a little bit if this is what I'm the kind of accessories I'm using to attract business. So I might tweak it so it's slightly more adult. But okay, bold choice, George. I don't.
Incidentally, this was arrived at just by typing inflatable. I didn't type in the rest. This is just what came up.
Oh dear. Okay, so that's not necessarily your fault. Okay, but that's fine.
Just came up.
It will attract attention. That's good. Duncan and John, can we please move on swiftly to your one?
Yes, I think that might be sensible.
Okay, who
So
wants to go next?
Right, I've got two options, but I'm going to show you one, and then we'll keep one for later, just in case. I'm just going to kill George's feed. Oh, okay, right, that's better. All right, okay. Share that. Okay, so
These are going to be coming off my eBay suggested items.
they
now.
are, yes.
Oh, no.
Hence why I'm using incognito mode when I'm searching these. So
Oh, okay.
this is a inflatable hot dog, towable banana boat, water sports, ski tube, 1 to 3 rider boating. Now my thought with this is that you'll be making hot dogs as well as burgers on your, on your grill, on your griddle. What will basically be you'll be able to do is inflate this and attach it to the roof of your car.
Okay.
The car that you've chosen, the Audi, which is an excellent choice, by the way, has a sunroof. So you'll be able to run an inflation tube through up to the sunroof. So as you're driving along, you can just inflate it. So you're not having to stop and then drain the battery while you're inflating it, etc. And then what you can do is you can have people sit up there. You can have them sat in costumes or whatever you want to do. Just have it as a play park for kids, that kind of thing. And people go, "Oh, look, it's that weird Audi with the hot dog on top" as you drive past.
I mean, I will have to change my branding slightly because I was going to do burgers.
Yeah, there wasn't a
but-
burger one, I'm afraid.
No, that's fine because what I'll do is I'll just make the burgers longer and call them long burgers, and it'll be my own pattern design. I also like that I could get people to sit in the top in the seats, take a picture of them, and then charge them £5 per picture. So I could make a little bit of extra dosh on the side.
Could also fill it with helium and have it as a massive balloon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
If you wanted to stick with the burgers, I did also choose a neon sign, which you could put on top of a car, but it's not quite as
No, I'll
exciting.
take your first one. I like it. Given the alternative, it's a bit more tasteful.
I don't know how it,
But
that gives you airhead.
Yeah.
Mine was definitely for 1 to 3 riders too.
This lady here is enjoying herself a bit too much.
They're having fun, and that's important for my business
Yes,
model.
they are
I
having
want
fun.
people to have fun. How much is it?
It's some money. That's about that's about 100 pence because it's in US dollars, so it works out to about 20p, I think, if you do convert.
Okay, that's better than £13 whatever that George's was. But George's will still attract a lot of attention, so I am still considering it.
That's true.
John, what
Please
have you chosen?
All right, it's up. Can you see it? I chose you.
We're not talking about George's choice still.
I've successfully lowered the tone.
Yeah, well done.
Right.
Okay, so this is
I've
your
chosen. Yeah, this is mine. It's an entire second location. I mean, what better advertising could you want?
I like it. It's very colourful, and it's got its own separate kitchen, so I could do more with it. That's 99 pence if I bid now.
I know, I'm tempted to stick a 5 from it. I don't know what I'd do with a mobile burger stand, but that price.
John, we can make this real.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
Audi, you buy the burger stand. We'll do this.
We'll make a killing.
It's got a deep fat fryer in it.
It's got fridges, hot water heater.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know actually what comes with it. I haven't got as far as to reading the description.
Then scroll down, man.
4-foot griddle running on LPG, 4-pot
Bain-Marie.
Bain-Marie.
It keeps stuff warm, basically.
It's a technical term us kitchen
fridge,
folks
freezer,
know very well.
Double sinks with hand wash pump.
Yeah, it's got a gas ram as well.
Gas rams. Pumping gas rams. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's I've got the tow on the back of my car that I've chosen, and I just love that I can tow this behind. It's colourful. I mean, it looks like it's designed to take to the beach because of the colourful huts and the sand and everything. So it might get a bit confusing when I go inland, but who cares? It's colourful. It'll get attention, and
Bringing
it's
a taste of the beach to the city masses.
Yeah. I mean, while I think Duncan's thought was good with the inflatable hot dog, but I do want to sell burgers, so it's not quite on brand. And let's not talk about George's option. I, even though it would certainly attract attention, I love it, and I'm probably tempted to bid on it so I can make my dreams real now. So, John, you win that one with this catering trailer burger van. You get
Thank you.
5 million points.
Nice. I'm going to
Well
consider
done.
that a win.
That's it. George, you get -1 point for your choice. So,
I think we all know George is getting the D for his choice.
George is going to have to explain to his boss what's on his work computer tomorrow.
Yeah. Good luck, the IT department, George.
So thank you so much for joining us. That was AutoGrazers. I've been Tom, and you've also been listening to Duncan, George, and John. Please join us next episode, where we will hopefully not be looking at as many rude thingy-me-whatsits. Goodbye for now. Bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
Bye. Have a wonderful time. Can I love? Am I love?
No.
Oh.
You passed the butter.